Today is Wednesday, November 14th, and as you can see, we're combining two different lessons. We're doing Eureka Math Module 2, Lesson 20 and Lesson 21. The reason why we're going to squish them together and combine them is because they are very similar. Okay? In both of those lessons, your learning goal is that you should be able to divide by two-digit divisors, kind of like what we were doing yesterday, yes? And also check your work using multiplication. When we're going to do something like 72 divided by 21, let's see, does that match up with our learning goal? Are we dividing by a two-digit divisor? Yeah. What is the two-digit divisor here? Everyone? 71. As always, we're going to do 3 steps to help us. Escape for short, right? ESC. E stands for? Estimate. S stands for? Solve. C stands for? Check. Okay, let's start with the E for estimate. In this case, do we have to round the divisor? Is our divisor a multiple of 10? No. So we're going to always start by making sure that your divisor is rounded to a multiple of 10. 21 is pretty close to what multiple of 10? 20. 20, okay. So let's change 21 to 20. Now 72 is pretty close to what number that's compatible with 2 or 20? 60? Or 80. But do we want the one that's lower or the one that's higher? Lower. Okay, so let's go with 60. What's 60 divided by 20? 3. Okay, we're going to store that estimate away in our heads or on our paper because it's going to help us with our next step, which is the S, solve. We always put the whole in the house. Who's the whole? 72. Okay, and the divisor is knocking on the door. Who's the divisor? 21. Okay, now Dad's ready to divide. Dad really likes that we always do the estimate first because it helps him when he divides. What was our quotient when we estimated? 3. So that's the first quotient Dad's going to try. He's going to say, you know what, if I have 72 and I want to divide it into 21 groups, I think I can do it 3 times because my estimate was 3. Then I'm going to multiply. What's 3 times 21? 63. Okay. Then sister's going to subtract. What's 2 minus 3? -1. We don't want that. So we need to do what? No, I'm not borrowing because I'm not going to give anything back. What am I doing? Okay, so I'm going to take away one of those 10s, so I'll have 6 10s left, and now I have 12. What's 12 take away 3? 9. Do we think that's a remainder? Yes. How are you confident that that's a remainder? Why? What makes you confident that that's a remainder? Charlotte? Because it's smaller than the divisor of 21. So then I think my answer is going to be 3, remainder, 9. Okay, but to really be sure, I have to multiply to check. Luke? You got this. So what do we need to multiply? 21, the divisor, times the quotient. 21 times 3. What is 21 times 3? We already did it. It's right here. 63. And then I have to do 63, plus 9, which is? Do we like 72? Why do we like 72? Because it's our whole, which means, yes, check, we are correct. Again, what we're doing is we're basically dividing our whole into 2 parts. One part is 63 because that's it's 3 groups of 21. And then our next part is the remainder, which was 9. Okay? Very good. The reason why I chose this example problem for us is to see sometimes when we estimate, it might turn out to be that it's too big. The reason why this estimate turned out to be too big is because, look, we rounded 29 up to 30. We also rounded 57 up to 60. Okay? But that's okay. Sometimes our estimate is just the starting point, and we have to adjust it or change it by doing the problem again, using a smaller quotient. Right here, we can see that someone did the problem 129 divided by 21 equals 6 remainder 3. They solved that problem. So now your job is to make another division problem where the answer is 6 remainder 3. Go ahead and work on that in your notebook. See if you can write a division problem and show your work, proving that it would be 6 remainder 3. You want to have the same quotient, which is 6, and same remainder. Go. So Akil said, you know what? If I have to have my quotient be 6, he did 61 times 6 equals 366. Okay? So that means if I do 366 divided by 61, what would my quotient be? 6. Is that what I want? It's close to what I want. I want 6 remainder 3. So how can I make it so that I'll have 3 left over when I divide it by 61? Akil?
The whole thing be 361.
I have to add 3 more here so that I'll be left over with 3. Does that make sense? Using what Akil just discovered, make 1 or 2 more problems where the quotient will be 6 and the remainder will be 3.